Throughout history, there are many martial arts that come to the forefront, from kickboxing to karate, from taekwondo to Muay Thai. But one that rarely gets the recognition it deserves is that of Luta Livre. Luta Livre, the very name translates to free fighting in Portuguese, but it's so much more than just a literal description. It represents one of Brazil's proudest martial arts legacies, a style born of necessity, honed in combat and steeped in history. To truly understand Luta Livre, we must first go back to the early 20th century. It was a time when martial arts were becoming more prominent in Brazil, with influences flowing in from Europe, Japan, and the United States. Among these influences was catch wrestling, a Western grappling art brought to Brazil by immigrants. Unlike traditional wrestling styles, catch wrestling emphasized submissions and holds, focusing not only on pinning your opponent, but also on forcing them to tap out. Enter Euclides Tatu Hetem, a pivotal figure in Luta Livre's early history. Born in Rio de Janeiro in 1914, Hetem was exposed to various forms of combat sports, but gravitated towards catch wrestling. Hetem's style emphasized submissions, control, and adaptability. By the 1930s, he began teaching his own system, which would later come to be known as Luta Livre. What set Luta Livre apart from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a martial art developing concurrently, was its no-gi approach. This decision was largely practical. The gi, or traditional uniform used in many martial arts, was expensive and inaccessible to many working-class Brazilians. Luta Livre became the martial art of the masses, a system built for anyone willing to learn. Hetem's prowess was undeniable. One of his most famous moments came in 1940 when he faced Jorge Gracie, a member of the legendary Gracie family known for their dominance in Jiu-Jitsu. Hetem defeated Jorge in a widely publicized bout, solidifying Luta Livre's reputation as a legitimate and formidable martial art. This fight would also spark a long-standing rivalry between Luta Livre practitioners and the Gracie family, a rivalry that would define Brazilian martial arts for decades. In the following years, Luta Livre continued to grow, with practitioners like Fausto Brunacilla and Roberto Leteo further refining the art. Leteo, in particular, made significant contributions to the development of Luta Livre. A university professor with a background in engineering, Leteo applied scientific principles to the techniques and training methods of Luta Livre. He emphasized leverage, positioning, and efficiency, creating a system that was both effective and accessible. Under his guidance, Luta Livre evolved into a comprehensive grappling art that included takedowns, submissions, and transitions, all performed without the use of a gi. By the 1980s, the rivalry between Luta Livre and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu had reached its peak. This was a time when martial arts gyms often challenged each other in unsanctioned fights known as Vale Tudo, or anything goes. These fights, which were precursors to modern mixed martial arts, pitted practitioners of different styles against each other. The Gracie family was known for their dominance in these matches, but Luta Livre fighters like Marco Ruas and Eugenio Tadu proved that they were more than capable of holding their own. One of the most infamous moments on this rivalry came in 1991 during a fight between Tadu and Renzo Gracie. The bout ended in chaos, with a riot breaking out among the audience, further fueling the animosity between the two camps. Despite these challenges, Luta Livre continued to evolve and adapt. Fighters like Marco Ruas and Huil de Olivier carried the Luta Livre banner into the international arena, competing in early mixed martial arts promotions like the UFC and Pride. Marco Ruas, in particular, became known as one of the first true mixed martial artists, combining his Luta Livre skills with striking and other disciplines to create a well-rounded fighting style. His success helped to raise the profile of Luta Livre on the global stage. Today, Luta Livre is practiced around the world, with gyms in Europe, North America and Asia teaching the art. It has gained a reputation for its effectiveness in no-gi grappling and MMA, and its emphasis on practical, accessible techniques continues to attract students from all walks of life. While the rivalry with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has cooled over the years, it remains a defining part of Luta Livre's history, a testament to the competitive spirit that has driven the evolution of martial arts in Brazil. The techniques of Luta Livre are as diverse as its history. From leg locks and arm bars to chokes and sweeps, Luta Livre practitioners pride themselves on their ability to adapt to any situation. Its no-gi approach makes it particularly effective in MMA, where fighters must be able to grapple without relying on the grips provided by a gi. This adaptability has ensured that Luta Livre remains relevant in the ever-changing landscape of combat sports. As we look to the future, the legacy of Luta Livre continues to grow. Its influence can be seen in the techniques and strategies used by modern MMA fighters, and its emphasis on accessibility and practicality ensures that it will continue to attract new generations of students. Whether you're a seasoned martial artist or a newcomer to the world of combat sports, there's something to be learned from the rich history and dynamic techniques of Luta Livre. So the next time you watch an MMA fight or step onto the mats, take a moment to appreciate the legacy of Luta Livre. It's a reminder that martial arts are not just about physical techniques, but also about the spirit of innovation, competition, and resilience that drives us to keep pushing forward. If you enjoyed this journey through the history of Luta Livre, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of martial arts.